Well, I guess I'm putting in a new floor this week. Gotta pull this old carpet out and get ready for a laminate. This is that lock together laminate. Not sure what brand this is, but I put something similar to this in my camper, and it was pretty easy to install. So I don't know how long it'll take me, but it shouldn't take me too long probably. First off, I gotta get this old carpet out though. I'm gonna start off by taking all my trim out. Then I'll probably cut this carpet in half or something and then haul it out in pieces. I'm not a professional floor guy, so it's gonna probably take me a little longer to do this, but I think I am capable enough to be able to do this. So I guess right now I'm going to start off by taking the trim off. Start over here and go all the way around the wall. Well, I guess after further inspection here, I guess the carpet's got to come out first before that trim. Because that trim is buried deep in the carpet. Apparently the guys that laid the carpet must not even took the trim off. Because I really don't know why the trim would be that far buried underneath the carpet. I mean, it's deep. I'm not going to be able to even get it off. Without taking the carpet out. I'm gonna end up breaking the trim, so I guess I gotta change my plan here, and the carpet's coming out first. Well, we're getting there. Gonna need help moving that TV. But there's no turning back now. I only got most of it up here. I got about 1,000,000 little staples I gotta pull out because of they stapled in the underlayment there, or the carpet padding. And so you got some water damage here somehow. sure that door is leaking or what. Same thing over here. Not exactly sure. I think that is from, I think that's from this door. So I don't know. Gonna have to look into that, I guess. But get the rest of it out. I guess what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go and pull all the tag strips out right now, and then I'm gonna go around and get the trim off, because I ain't gonna need the tag strips anymore because I ain't putting carpet down. So I guess that's the next thing now. Okay, I'm gonna pop these tack strips out here with my pry bar. And the guys that put this floor in put these, I don't know why, but they put these kind of nails in there. And when they come up, it's literally ripping the floor, this subfloor or whatever you call it there. Literally tearing it up as they come out. Just gonna continue tearing them out here, and I use the same pry bar to get all the trim off, and you just kind of do the same thing. Get your pry bar in there. Trim should come off fairly easy. You just gotta be careful you don't damage your wall. And trim comes out pretty easy because it's just usually nailed into the sheetrock there. But tack strips a little harder to get up sometimes, but you got the right bar here and it comes out pretty easy. Okay, I'm out here cutting the patches for the floor. Got some plywood here, and got my helper. Buddy, you gonna help? He sure is gonna help. Got my little plan drawn out, measured it out. Got it marked off here where I'm gonna cut. And there was multiple pieces to this, but the way I cut it out, I should be able to do this on with one sheet here, and then the scrap, I should be able to do the other little piece I need. I'm going to use the jigsaw there and to cut this out. It's a pretty small area, and that's just what I'm going to use. I'm sure there's all kinds of different ways to do it, but that's the way I'm going to do it. And I'm going to cut this out and see if I can't wrestle it back into the house there and throw it down in there. I got some 2x4s under the piece of plywood there. Makes it easier to cut that way. Whenever I get a piece of plywood and I'm gonna cut it, I usually grab a couple 2x4s, extra ones, so I can just use them for holding my plywood while I cut. So I got this piece cut out. I gotta trim a little bit more off of here. I got the measurement from here to there, and I'm just gonna trim a little bit off here, and should be ready to take it in the house and test fit it. Oh, get out there. Come here. Come here. Come over here. Like a glove. Doesn't get much better than that. Just gotta cut that little piece there and be done with her. Okay, I got all my pieces cut and I thought I was ready to screw them down, but I forgot about the closet. There was a rotted spot in there. I guess from like a carpet cleaner must have leaked or something and wrecked a bunch of boards in there. So I got to do this here. Then I can screw them all down again. And guess then I'll be ready for the laying the floor down. There's a few squeaks in the floor that have to be. I'm gonna try to screw them down and see if I can't stop them, and then we'll go from there, I guess. Okay, I'm screwing this down here with these screws. I'm using a countersinker here to drill it out first. Now, the dog ain't in the way. You might be able to see this one. Now these should never squeak, so I'm going to finish it up and I'll be done with it. Okay, everything's screwed down now. Should be nice and secure. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and anywhere that the nails are sticking up, I'm going to try to pull them out. I'm going to replace them with a screw. Because there's quite a few that are sticking up. If I can get my pry bar under and pull them up, I'm just going to pull them out and replace them with a screw. Okay, I just used a table saw to cut off this little edge on all these that are going up against the wall. You can see it's flat now. This little edge was on here like this. On all them pieces. I just run them through the table saw and trim that off. I've got my short piece here. And then I'm going to take these in and install them. Probably use this one for the next one in the next row, because I just cut that one for this one. And I'm going to bring my old saw over so I can trim these, and hopefully I can get a bunch of rows in, and we'll see how she looks. Oh, what's the matter, buddy? You want to go in the house? Huh? Well, let's go. No. Okay, I gotta make the hole for the register, so I measured it out. I drilled holes in each end, and then made some marks here, straight lines, and I'm gonna use the jigsaw to cut the register out. I got 2 of them there on that wall. This is the first one I'm doing. We'll see how this goes. Well, this is what I got here. It ain't pushed all the way up there, but remember, you need 3/8 of an inch, buddy. You need 3/8 of an inch all the way around that. I gotta trim this one now, and just a little bit here, and then I'll have to do the same thing when I get to that register. Then it should be clear sailing till I get to that wall there. I got my two helpers here. They sure are helping. Okay, I finally got to this door here in this corner. I got a thin piece there, about a 1/2 inch. Really don't like that that's in front of the door, but I don't really have a choice because that's the way it came out. So like that's, I mean, I don't know how to change that. It's got to be that way. So I'm gonna pound that one in right there, and then I gotta cut me another 1/2 inch small piece, and then I'll just continue on here, and should have quite a run here now before I have to do any cutting. Until I get to here, then I'll probably have to do some cutting. I'm sure it ain't gonna work out perfect for me, so I am going to get after that. If these dogs stay out of my way long enough. Okay, she's coming along pretty good here. A few things I'm learning as I'm installing this is there's only so many different patterns on the wood. I'm taking from randomly from like 6 different boxes right now, but sometimes I'm getting the same pattern, like the next board or right next to it is the same one. So I'm trying to pay attention, and if I see the same pattern, I'll just grab another board and move that one down the way a little bit, so the same board is not right next to each other or in a row. Another thing is when pounding these together, you got to make sure you're flush on everything, and because this is really soft actually, and if you get it off centered and hit it or something, you can wreck this in a hurry. So got to make sure everything's flat and you're using the whole board to pound it in. But otherwise, I guess she's going good. I'm going to keep on going here, and I'll see if we can't get all the way to this wall today. Okay, another thing when pounding these seams together, sometimes you got to make sure that these are going together the right way. Sometimes this one will want to go up over the ridge or something, so you do got to check to make sure you're getting this locked in right, because if you keep pounding it, all you're going to do is wreck the board. So you got to make sure these are sliding in right. Well, everything was going good here for a while, about until last night. Had trouble getting this cut here for this vent. I miscut that a couple times. Had trouble getting that board in. And then I noticed over here, you can see the 3/8 gap is gone on the two first planks. And if you notice here, there's a big gap here, and then there's no gap there. And because everything is shifted that way, I didn't have any spacers on this side of the wall because I've been hitting the planks going that way. So I was leaving the spacers on that side of the wall, thinking the floor is not going to go that way. But somehow the floor went that way when I've been hitting it this way. So now I got myself a problem. Using this bar is worthless. This thing here is so narrow. I have ruined 2 planks here because this thing is so narrow. And if you hit it hard enough, it breaks the board. This thing should be almost as wide as the board. I don't know why they would even make one this narrow. So this is junk. I was gonna try to slide that in there and pull the boards that way, but this sometimes barely does one because it's so narrow. So I may have to go make myself something so I can really pound these boards over. It wouldn't be a problem, probably, because I got a big gap over here. So the floor expanding shouldn't do anything. But where I got my vent here, now you can see that this part here, the register doesn't cover it now because it's moved over. So I'm probably gonna have to, I gotta scoot that over somehow. So I guess the lesson here would be, make sure you leave spacers, at least a few spacers on every single wall. Even though you're pounding the one way, make sure your spacers are all over the walls, I guess. So this don't happen to you, because now this sucks and I got to figure out how to fix it.